Flicker of a flame in a broken mind, shadows crawling where the truth won't shine, blood on the ink, silence in the screams. Welcome to the edge of your darkest dreams. Scrolling through the wreckage, faces on the screen, another name, another ghost caught in between. Sirens in the distance, echoes in the night. The facts get buried where the fear ignites. We chase the story, truth or myth. A cigarette burns where justice sits. Headstones and headlines, digging through the dirt where the dead still cry. Whispers in the bylines, truth don't sleep and the lies don't die. In the chains, dust in the frame, cold case heat with a soul to name. Steel in our voice, fire in the tone. We bring the buried stories home. Lights on the tape, blood on the wire. A cold world burns in a funeral fire. Headstones and headlines, digging through the dirt where the dead still cry. Whispers in the bylines, truth don't sleep and the lies don't die. Headstones and headlines, we speak the names they left behind. Can you hear 'em calling? Can you feel the silence crawl? We stand in the darkness and give a voice to them all. Headstones and headlines, digging through the dirt where the dead still cry. Whispers in the bylines, truth don't sleep and the lies don't die. Headstones and headlines, we speak the names they left behind. Waste paper. Truth don't sleep and the lies don't die.
Hey everyone, happy Tuesday. I hope everyone, is it Tuesday? It is Tuesday. I keep forgetting the day. It's so weird. Yesterday I didn't realize, I thought yesterday was Tuesday and today was Wednesday, but I'm a day ahead. So Kit, for those of you who don't know, Kit I have known for a very long time. She used to do parodies of Bullhorn Betty, and I discovered her one day, and today the name of her live stream was Non-Tent. And I'm like, that's a really good title. I'm going to steal that. So I did. Because I was kind of thinking about things that, I've talked about and what interests people, what doesn't interest people. I know drama gets more people in it, but like non-drama wise, what do people want to talk about? So recently, as recently as yesterday and Sunday, we read a book by Sophie Kinsella, who sadly passed away about 2 weeks ago, and not many people showed up. Yet I had a huge interest in doing book readings. So I'm like, maybe I'm not going to do that again, even though I love doing it. So then I thought maybe just doing chapters, right? So like 1 or 2 chapters in a video would be better, because that way people don't have to sit and listen for, yesterday I think was about an hour. I don't know. So I just figured I'm here for an hour right now, We're gonna just talk about whatever. There's no point to this live. There is no goal. There is nothing. It's just whatever happens. So let me see who's in chat. And I do have a pinned comment. I am dual streaming. So if you hear me talk to someone that you don't see in chat, it's because they're watching on my second channel. Because on my second channel, not yesterday, was it yesterday? A couple days ago, I did a live stream, Saturday. I did a live stream about the angel tree hauls that people are doing this holiday season. And when I was done, I was like, damn it. I wish I had streamed it to this channel as well, because today we're actually going to talk about angel trees again. And this time, though, we're going to talk about the entitled Karens who are complaining. However, as I've been researching, some of the so-called Karens seem to be doing it on purpose as satire or rage bait. And, so the one short I had posted about this woman, her complaining about, I wanted name brand, not the knockoff. We wanted a Nintendo Switch for the whole house. And so I posted that woman, and apparently she had a really small hashtag, which I don't read the description of TikTok videos, I just scroll. So she had a hashtag that said, "Not my story." Okay. So then I was like, so if you're doing this on purpose to rage bait people and to bring a negative light to the Angel Tree program, you're more than a piece of crap than I thought. You're more than a brat than I thought. Because the fact that you didn't use that disclaimer in your video at the end to say, hey guys, this is satire. I was just using someone else's story that I saw on the internet. No, you didn't do that. You didn't do that. So then I think, was it actually rage bait? Which could be. So it's crazy. So it's a different kind of drama, but I have been watching more Angel Tree hauls, and the woman we watched the other day, actually, also, there was a dog angel tree at a local pet store where she's at. So she adopted, I think it was 5 dogs for the holidays, and they're all in foster homes. So we're going to watch that video later. We're also going to get into like some of the drama. So Opal, I did see, thanks for being here. Sunnyside, Narcos, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Oh my gosh, speaking of YouTube, so my sister has started making videos, and she's just posting them, just for herself. And it said today that her video was 55 years old. 55 years old. She sent me a screenshot. I'm like, YouTube is clearly broken. She's not even 55. My sister's younger than me. So it was kind of funny because I'm like, YouTube, what's happening now? What's happening now? Twisty, thanks for being here. Karma, good to see you. Yeah, I don't know why I thought it was Tuesday, all day yesterday. And I should remember because I had my nephew. He hung out with me for a little bit in the morning. Yeah, drama gives me a headache. But, I mean, it brings in the people. And the reason, I do this every time, and then I sleep on it and I feel better. But yesterday I did the book reading, and I had no people in my chat for at least 20 minutes. I was reading to myself. And so as I was reading, I'm like, it's the holiday season. People are busy. I'm sure they'll get to it. But then I think, what's the point? Is what I'm doing non-tent? No one cares. Whereas the people who are talking about things that have no point are getting thousands of views. Why? It's the same thing over and over about the same person over and over. It is, I mean, it is what it is, but it's a little defeating. And I keep going because this morning I ended up seeing, I was looking through CapCut because I want to come up with a new intro for my videos, because right now I just have a photo to start my videos. And I saw this template that I posted as a short, and I was like, it always happens. I see those things and I'm like, Emmy, just, nobody was there. So what? Somebody might have heard it. You might have made somebody's day. But I don't know. I'm in my feelings, I guess. Yeah, Narcos. What interests me is real world events. Right now just happens to be Venezuela, and we just keep seizing their ships, which I think is stupid and dumb, but that is my opinion. And the fact that we, well, I don't want to say we, our president decided to seize that first Venezuelan ship because he thought it was filled with drugs. First of all, that is highly racist because the majority of drugs don't come from Venezuela. Two, it was filled with oil. So, so we're going to keep it anyways. What? Like, I don't understand it. I don't like it. I think that if people are, just let people do what they're doing, unless you know for certain that there is bad things on there. Because what are we now? Somalian pirates? We're just going to seize ships because we can? Because we want what's on their, what they're carrying? Ugh. Anyways, I'm going to digress from that. And I may have a kitten joining me shortly. I just know, oh, nope, she's still there. Never mind. She just moved. Sunny said, do you think so? Chapters would be better too. And I thought in that way I could just even edit them, like put pictures or like a fun video, something like that. So I have to look into it because of copyright and all that. If I don't have commentary, if I'm just reading, I don't know. I have to look into it. Hey, Kursuma, how's it going? Oh, okay, yeah, it's so both channels. I do have a pinned comment. I don't think I pinned it on the other live though, which is not very smart, Emmy. Hey, girly girl, good to see you. Is Sinner here? I don't see Sinner, so he must be in the other. No, I don't see him. Not sure why someone's saying hi to Sinner. This is Emmy. Texas girl, good to see you. All right, let me just catch up. Hey, SoFlo. I was just actually talking about you. I was talking to my sister about, the channel and where I want it to go. And, she's been doing like really awesome videos. And so I'm learning stuff from her. And she was asking about mods. I'm like, oh no. I'm like, most of my mods have been with me since the very beginning. And SoFlo is one of them. So I appreciate you. Texas girl, good to see you. Yes, Sunnyside, I think so too. But, at the same time, if I held a drama stream, if I did a stream, I don't know, I named it I don't even know what, but if it was a drama stream, I'd probably have close to 100 people in here. Yeah, Karma, that is true. That is a good point. It reflects on the people watching the drama. I agree. Hey, Jenny. I don't recognize this country anymore. This isn't the same country with the same values of freedom. Agreed. Narco says it was never about drugs, it was about oil. And you all can say drugs. Like, I monetize, but I'm not gonna say, like, if someone murders someone, they murdered someone. I'm not gonna say unalive. Like, that takes away from the person who was murdered. So, all the words that I don't want you to say are blocked. So, if you happen to say a word that I don't want in my chat, your comment won't show up. But anyways, oh no, it's all right, Narcos. I have a lot to say about it too. A government for the people by the people has become a government for the rich and powerful by the rich and powerful. Yep. And how convenient that some of the things that the Department of Justice released regarding Epstein have conveniently disappeared. And what about the fact that they're releasing documents that are fully redacted? There's just a big 8x11 square. Well, probably not 8x11. A 7.5 by 10.5 square over every single piece of paper of a document. That's not transparency. And many of the victims are even speaking out saying this isn't showing everyone what truly happened. And that's really sad, because who are we protecting? Who are we protecting? Some of the redacted images, they said, you know, they were redacting women who may be victims. Okay. But what about the other people you're redacting? What about the fact that some of these photos have been out for years, especially those of Michael Jackson? He released many of them himself. So, in my opinion, it's deflection. It's not being transparent, and it's bullshit. I mean, our Justice Department is not doing justice to these victims of Epstein and his cronies. Not at all. I know, day one, SoFlo. I know, isn't that? And it's going to be 3 years already. 3 years. Sunnyside is jumping from channel to channel. All right. You'll keep quiet on politics, yeah. I do enjoy Bill Clinton speaking out to Trump. Speaking of Clinton, not to get back on Epstein, but it was also convenient that the one bunch of photos they released all had to do with Bill Clinton. To me, that screams agenda. They have a systematic way that they are releasing things to try to deflect and confuse the people of this world. If you're going to release it, release it. Like, none of this, you know, oh, well, there's too many documents, that's why we missed the deadline. No. You've had, how many years has it been since Epstein died? 3, 4? Maybe I'm wrong. When did he die? 2022, right? Epstein death. Let me just Google it, because I may be wrong. Oh, 2019. I was off. So it's been 6 years. 6 years to get your shit together. Oh, speaking of, because I Googled his death, and here comes an article. DOJ posts fake Epstein death video, deletes it after backlash. Here's the real story behind the 12-second clip. DOJ briefly posted a long debunked video purporting to show Epstein's suicide with new files Monday, then removed it. Officials say no cell cameras existed. Along with a slew of new Epstein materials released by the Department of Justice on Monday, a fake video of Epstein's death was also shared on the DOJ website. The video, appearing to show Epstein's suicide, has long been debunked. Later, the video was removed by the Department of Justice. I hadn't checked the site yesterday. The 12-second clip was timestamped August 10th, 2019 at 4:29 a.m. and claimed to show the final moments of Epstein in his cell at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in New York, where he was lodged after his 2019 arrest. The convicted sex trafficker was found dead in his cell at 6:30 a.m., appearing to have hung himself with bed sheets. However, the video has long been debunked. Authorities have confirmed that there were no cameras inside Epstein's jail cell on the night he committed suicide. Additionally, reports have noted that the manner in which the man hangs himself in the video is not congruous with how Epstein was found hanging by a prison guard on the morning of his death. So, as I said, they're trying to distract and deflect and confuse. It says it's not the first time that the fake video has misled people about Jeffrey Epstein's suicide. According to reports, the video was uploaded to YouTube 5 years ago by a user named Chad Chaddington 5164. It was most likely created using a 3D rendering software. But the video has continued to come up time to time in discussions related to Epstein's death, which itself is a hotly contested topic. Now, questions are being thrown at the DOJ as to why the video was uploaded on the website, albeit briefly, when it is widely established that it is fake. I'm still interested in finding out why it's included in the files, popular conservative commentator Nick Sorter wrote on X. Notably, the video has many other inaccuracies, as earlier reports have pointed out. The door in the cell is not the same as the one seen in the Epstein cell photos released by the Federal Bureau of Prisons. Moreover, many of the elements in the video appear to be animations rather than real footage. As of this writing, the DOJ has not explained why the video was included with the released files on its website on Monday. Of course they haven't. Of course they haven't. Jenny says, the funny thing is it's not a left-right thing. It's a powerful and elite versus the rest of us. It is. It's about I have the power, so I'm going to do it. I will say, though, I did see, and I am not a fan of Trump. However, I did see that he signed into law that federal holidays will include Christmas Eve and the day after Christmas for federal employees only. It doesn't apply to anyone else, just federal employees, which I think is a good thing. So, I mean, but don't get me wrong, I am not a fan. That's true, Jenny. The Democrats should too. Whoever had them should have released them. And the fact that they kept going back and forth, they don't exist, they exist, just all this wishy-washy crap. Like, just, hey, sinner, someone was talking to you earlier and you weren't even here. They must have been confused. Hey, Curious, how are you? It's similar to when everyone did live streams on Betty. Eventually, people get sick of it, even if it takes 2 years for it to happen. Well, people are still doing videos on Betty. So, yeah. I actually watched her, briefly. She was wrapping presents. I was like, nah. Hey, Glow, how are you? I did get your card. Thank you so much. I meant to send you a message on TikTok, and I totally forgot. Oh, Carrie says, I'm good. Office day. Yay. Ugh. Yeah. I haven't done much on my break. I have things that I want to do, and then I've been, I went shopping. Yesterday I went and got a bunch of cat food for my fosters and the outside kitties. Our rescue got a huge donation from Dollar General distribution, and my director is just like, we need to get rid of it because we have more coming in. So I went and got that, and so the outside kitties have lots of treats and things like that. Phantom, my last foster kitten, she is out with us full time now. So I broke down her little enclosure today. And of course, as soon as I clean it out and I'm ready to, take it down, she's in there messing around. I'm like, come on, lady. You never go in there when you're supposed to. Now you want to be in there. So she's out with us full time now, acting like a crazy lady. Um Sunny side. I remember she did that live trying to teach people how to wrap presents. She sucked at it, by the way. I am not good at wrapping presents either, so I'm not going to say anything. The best thing that ever happened with wrapping paper was when they put the grid lines on the back. And why it took that long, I don't know. But kudos to the person who decided to patent that and put grids on the back of wrapping paper so that we could actually cut straight. You know what I mean? And then I stopped at LD's the other day just for I wanted tortilla chips, butter, and they have makeup remover wipes that don't have all the extra chemicals and bad stuff in them. So that's all I went for. I ended up buying like $100 worth of stuff. Most of it was gifts, but still. But anyways, the point of my story is they now have it's called an elf cutter where you don't have to use scissors. It's like this round thing. I'd never seen it before. This round thing that you just use to cut. It's almost like a razor, I guess. You cut the wrapping paper. I'm like, people are so smart. Like, and the fact that it took this long for someone to be able to, design it, patent it, develop it into something that stores could sell, it's so cool. So cool. Oh, really, Glow? You had it made on Amazon? So cool. Hey, JS, how are you? Oh, Kit must be in the. I don't see Kit. And StreamYard's supposed to show me everybody in my chat. And I don't see Kit. That's why I'm not sharing anything today because I want to be able to see everybody. But thanks for being here, JS. Good to see you. AMAC, thank you so much. I appreciate that. AMAC is another of my OGs. Her and SoFlo have stuck by me since the very beginning, even when I was making videos before I started going live. Well, I think AMAC was after I started going live. But she's been with me since the beginning for sure. And if you haven't checked out AMAC on Lel Cow Chubby, you have to do so. Her and Angie have the best chemistry, and Angie just has these facial expressions that make you laugh. I actually did a short about it because they were so just so funny. And then yesterday, I don't know what the movie, I think it was maybe a Wayans brother movie. I can't remember, but she was saying this thing and they had like Grinch paint on, and just the way Angie said it, it was like, oh my God. It was the funniest thing ever. And I'm like, do it again. Do it again. I know, Curious, the grid lines are best. Hey, Pookie, another one of my OGs. And speaking of Pookie, I was going through one of my very old live streams, and I came across that picture you used to use of that like it was like it was a like man with pigtails and like really big teeth. I was like, gosh, I forgot about that. Ah, good. How do you do, Pookie? You'll have to send me a message. Poor Pookie, one of her babies has a hurt toe, a hurt paw. But I'm so glad you got to the vet. Oh, she was here. She said hi. Why don't I see her in? Hold on. I'm going to go up and see. What the hell? I don't see her at all. Hang on a second. Un minuto, por favor. And this is why I need to set up a studio or something, because I need more than one screen. I guess this is how people do it with you know what? Somebody said that the other day too, and I listened back to my live stream yesterday, and it does. It sounds like I'm in a tunnel. Let me see. Hold on. Let me. Oop. I didn't do anything different. Let me see. Let me go to audio. Can you hear me with this one? Oh, here's a different one. Does this sound better? I just changed it. It was on, I don't know, it was on something else. I don't know how it got switched. Hopefully this sounds better. Hopefully this one sounds better. Yeah, I don't see Kit on either of my streams. What in the actual heck? Oh, but I blocked the word bitch and bitch. I think bitch is hidden. Not, I'll have to look. I hope Bish isn't, because she always calls me a Bish. Anyways, let me get back to here. Let me get back down to where I was. Thank you again, AMAC. I appreciate that. And I was hoping Evil Queen would be here, because I'd like to thank her too. You aren't chopped liver, Pookie. Oh, you gotta use that picture again. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's Evil Queen. Thank you so much for the super thanks earlier. I do appreciate that. That was really sweet. And so I was hoping Marie would be here too, because she gave me the idea of this princess bed, and then Kit, who I wish was here. So Kit bought it for the Fosters, but specifically I was using it for my foster kittens. None of them would go in it. They would like look at it and like try to hop on it. My cats, however, now that I have the room where the kittens were all open again, they have been taking turns sleeping in it. So it looks like I'm gonna have to buy a few more, because some of them are getting a broken nose because they're not able to use it too. AMAC has 3 screens. I know, Poogie. Never know what to expect. Well, I knew I had to do something with the Grinch yesterday, but it was just, I don't know, it's just really funny, and it's a nice change just to go and, I have no idea who they're talking about, because I don't follow the Lao Cow universe, but they are funny and they're always laughing, which is good. Oh, see, I'm behind. There's Marie. There's Marie. So thanks again for that idea of the princess bed. That was so curious. I am dual streaming. I'm dual streaming to my second channel and my Headstones channel. So I had pinned a comment in my main channel that I was dual streaming, but I don't think I did it in the other one. So let me do that right now, because on my phone I have my second channel up. Let me just do that really quick. So yeah, I am dual streaming, because I want to get my hours up on the other channel. And as I had said before, I did my live stream on my second channel, Beneath the Headstone, Saturday, about the angel trees. And then afterwards I was like, damn it, I wish I had this to put on my main channel. So I am going to upload the video from my second channel to this channel, to my main channel, because it was such a good live. I had so much fun doing it, just seeing like the people, the influencers who have the means to help other people. I just loved watching those videos. And then today we're going to watch some more of the good videos, but also some of those who, I think some of them are rage baiting, but others, they truly are ungrateful brats. Um, some of you may not have known, because I had talked about on my other channel, but I adopted one military family initially, and a little girl and a little boy. Well, he's not little, he's 12. So a 12-year-old boy and a 4-year-old girl. And the 12-year-old boy, he only wanted an Aaron Judge Yankees jersey, a baseball, and a glove. So I got him all three. And then I got him, what the heck? There was something else I got him. Oh, a Yankees ball cap. So his was more like all Yankee stuff I got. And then the little girl was so fun to shop for. She liked drawing, painting, Bluey, which Bluey is huge this Christmas. I didn't even know who Bluey was until last month. And then I got her some other, like a cute little purse, like girly stuff. And then so I got an email last week that said there were still, I think, 40 some families left to be adopted. And so I'm like, okay, well, I'll keep an eye. So this past week, so it's, Christmas is in 2 days. So on, I think it was Saturday, I went and looked to see how many were still in need of adoption, and there were 33. So I looked and I said, I'm going to pick one of these families. So I looked through, and there was a family, there were 3 teenagers. And that's one thing that we had learned in my lab the other day, is that, a lot of the children that are left for last are the teenagers, because they normally want things that may be a little bit more expensive, or it's hard to shop for. So I picked this family. There was 3 children listed, but after talking to the mom, her son is 18 and the program would not accept him because he's technically an adult. So she had a 15-year-old daughter and a 17-year-old daughter. So I'm like, I'm not going to leave the son out. So on the DL, I also shopped for him. And some of the stuff they were asking for, like the 18-year-old was asking for a PlayStation. I don't have that kind of money. But he also wanted a zip-up hoodie and joggers. So I ended up getting him a Champion jacket, and I don't remember the brand of the joggers. But I'm like, that's pretty good. I mean, decent. And then this program also had a spending cap. So they said that you should spend between $50 and $75 per child. I spent a little more than that, but it was well worth it. And then the 17-year-old, I got her, she wanted a pair of New Balance or Nike sneakers, a Nike, crap, I don't remember the name of it's like a tracksuit. They were like $300. I'm like, sorry, lady, I can't do that. And then there was something else. There was a few other things. So I did end up getting her New Balance sneakers, which in my opinion are on fire. Like I want a pair for myself now. Like they're so cool. And then what else did I get her? Oh, I got her a Columbia jacket because she wanted a zip up jacket. So I got her a Columbia jacket with a hood. And then the younger one she wanted sneakers, a huge Bible, anything anime, and headphones, noise cancellation headphones. So for her, I got a Bible, a very big Bible. The thing is beautiful. I'm not religious, but she wanted something that was baby blue, and I found this Bible that it was baby blue, but then it had dark blue, and it was very big because she put in caps, very big Bible. So I got her that. I got her noise cancellation headphones. I don't remember the brand, but they were ranked number 1 on Amazon. And the reviews were like 4.9. I'm like, sold. And then I got her, oh, Spider-Man. That was the other thing she liked. So I got her a Spider-Man anime necklace because she also asked for a necklace. So most of their Christmas presents are going to be there on time. Oh, that's right. One of them is not, because the son, who is 18, the mom told me he just finished welding school. So I got him a shirt that says, it has the Nike logo with a welder, and it says, just weld it. So I thought it was really cool. He wanted graphic tees. He's a welder. He just finished school. I'm like, even if he doesn't wear it, it's still pretty cool. And I was so excited for it. So anyways, that's my long story about the fact that, this is the time to give. And it seems like a lot of people are just not in like a holiday mood. Like it's wild to me. And I am really far behind in chat because I was rambling. Yeah, Marie, they are. And it's so cute. I know they get busy with the funniest stuff. I know cats are interesting. And I just remembered I saw Curious's comment. I forgot to actually put the comment in the other chat. Did YouTube sticker things I sent you through the vertical screen pay you enough to... I don't know. I don't even know if I can see how, because I don't know if they decipher in Studio. Let me just look quick. And it isn't itemized like super chats are. Let me see. Oh, here, supers and gifts. Okay, so those are all super chat and stickers. Oh, gifts earnings. Oh, I guess I can. Let me see. Supers and gifts. What the hell? It only shows super chats. It doesn't show the gifts. Oh, wait. Hold on a second. Is this it? No. I'll have to look into that more because it only shows... It doesn't itemize it. Thank you for reminding me, though. I'm gonna look at that. Hey, Nicole B, good to see you. All right, I'm gonna scoot a little bit. The elf? That elf has me totally entertained. What elf? Speaking of elf, I saw Ariana Grande was on SNL this past week. I think it was this past weekend, and they had this Elf on the Shelf support group. I would actually, let me find the clip. I'll put the link in chat, but I'm not going to show it because I'll probably get hit with copyright. It was the funniest thing ever. Even though it was like, yikes. It was funny. And then they also did a Home Alone skit. I thought it was really dark and really disturbing. And I was like, is this real? Did they really air this on SNL Saturday? Oh, what kind of New Balance? I'll show y'all. I'll show y'all. Let me go. I think I can find them. Let's see. New Balance. They were like kind of like pink. It was like a design on the bottom. Let me see. Let me try to find them. Images. I got them at Kohl's, so I could. No, let me just go to Kohl's. All right, where are you? Where are you? There they are. Oh, they're so nice. They're so nice. All right, let me share this. Share screen. Look at these things. Look at these bad boys. They're so nice. Oh, here, let me scroll down a little bit. They're so nice. And I hope she likes them. Like she's 17, so I'm hoping. Yeah, the shirt. Actually, I could look up the shirt too, but those sneakers, like I want them. They're really nice. Um, so those were the sneakers I got. Let's see. I'll go find the shirt, the welding shirt. It's so cool. So cool. All right, let's see. Let's see, just weld it. Here it is. Open image in new tab. There we go. There was the shirt I got him. So cool, isn't it so cool? Glow says, my friend did a Temu order on the 8th and only a few items came in time for Christmas. It's taking a lot longer now to get here. Yep. Even Shein. Shein used to be a lot quicker. Shein was a lot quicker than Temu. I only ordered once from Temu and I probably won't again because the one thing I bought was like not what was advertised. But yeah, there's the Just Welded shirt. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oops, what happened here? Self-Love says, we did an angel tree too. I wish we got to see the kids' faces, but just glad we can help. And that is one thing I think about is especially the first two, the little ones that I adopted, they like just to see their faces and how exciting. I did find a woman on TikTok that we're gonna actually watch in my later live where she shared the videos from previous Christmases because she's been a recipient of angel tree gifts and her kids like just so excited. So excited. And they didn't care if it was name brand or off brand. They were just so excited to get gifts. And the little one, it was a couple of years ago, but the little one got a toy. I think it was a woodchuck or a groundhog, something like that. And the little one just cared about that. He didn't care about any of his other gifts. He was all about the little stuffy. All about the little stuffy. Narco says, I don't think it's not the holiday mood, more like you have to watch your money right now. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That is very true. Prices going up. Yeah, I don't know. What is gas like where y'all are at? I went by because thankfully I don't have to fill up as much as I used to. But it was 313 at the place I usually go to yesterday. 313, which is still lower than it usually is, but it did get down to like 299 last month. Now it's back to 313. So I think that's probably because it's going to keep going up. But at least it's under $4. At least it's under $4. Oh, you get 100% of them. Okay, Marie, I'll look because it didn't break it down. It said I could break it down between the two, but then it just showed super chat. Yes, and a lot of people don't give because it's all about the money. Which, to each their own. But that's another thing too, that I've been watching because now I'm watching a lot of other creators about with their commentary with the angel tree debacle. And one woman who I'm so glad I found her, she had said if people didn't, because it started with one woman's video, and it just like spread like wildfire. People just like uh critiquing her, reviewing her, and she was, I mean, we're going to watch her video. In my opinion, she was a little bit the woman who took, well, she blamed it on her husband because her husband is the one who wanted to do Angel Tree. And so when, well, yeah, we'll see. But anyway, so this woman started this wildfire. And so the one woman that I watched the other day had said, if people didn't have to videotape them doing good deeds, none of this would be happening. None of it. And people wouldn't be making videos that are allegedly satire, shedding poor light on a great organization. And taking away from the parents who, because 99% of the parents who are on the receiving end are grateful and appreciative and emotional because they're going to be able to give their children Christmas. And then you have other creators who, this one girl, because now it's all about clout, right? Who can get the biggest haul, who can spend the most money. And this girl, she probably, I don't know, she was probably in her early 20s. She looked college age. And so she did adopt a angel because now everyone's like, well, we're going to go adopt an angel. We're going to do the angel tree. And she had gotten this little girl colored pencils, coloring book, trying to think what else. Anyways, they weren't name brand colored pencils. They were from the Dollar Tree. In my opinion, colored pencils are colored pencils. You're paying for a name, not necessarily quality. So this young girl got just demonized. Like, how dare you buy generic colored pencils? You couldn't spend the money to get Crayola, to get name brand. What about a stuffed animal? You should have gotten her a Squishmallow, not a knockoff from the Dollar Tree. And I'm like, this is insanity. Insanity. This girl was doing this out of her own heart. The only mistake she made was posting it on social media. I mean, I'm telling y'all what I did, but I'm not going to videotape myself going to a store and buying things that I don't know. It just do things in silence. Do things in silence. Don't broadcast it. That's just me. I agree. Ariana does look ill. She does. Oh, and speaking of Ariana, let me get that. See, I'm like, my brain is all over the place today. Let's see. SNL Elf on the Shelf support group. Oh my God, it's the funniest thing. Okay, so here is the link to Elves on the Shelf support group. And I'll just show, so here's the, I wish I could show it, but I feel like NBC would hit me for that. So here's just a screen. I just paused the screen on a part of it. So here's Ariana as Elf on the Shelf. And it does take a little bit of a dark twist at the end, but it's not super dark. Whereas the Home Alone skit, I don't know, like I was just taken aback by it. So that was just a little screen grab there of that. All right, so we got a few minutes left. Like I said, I was only going to be on an hour because I am going to come back later to talk about the angel tree stuff. Oh, good. Y'all like the shirt. I did too. See you, Sinner. Have a good day. Yeah, the ungrateful woman is going by. Well, so the one woman I had mentioned, the one that had said that she thought the Steve Madden bag was fake and not real, and then she was complaining about a Betsy Johnson mushroom backpack. She does say at the end that it's satire. So at least in her video, she said, "This is not real. It's satire. I just wanted to show what some people are saying." I still think it's stupid to make videos like that because people don't always watch the entire video. Well, this was a TikTok, but TikTok you can do up to 10 minutes now, I think. So it's like a video. So I think it's dumb to make videos purporting to be ungrateful for the gifts you get as well. So t-shirts are always good because even if they don't wear in public, they will wear for bed. Or you could wear it right underneath your hoodie. You know what I mean? Like you would just wear a shirt under your hoodie and then nobody sees it. Oh, 287. Okay, I mean 20 cents is 20 cents. 278, 319 yesterday. So curious, you're about the same as me. Marie 285 to 295. Narcos 330 to 340. All right, depending on where you get it from. Milk is expensive. Yeah, I feel like everything's going up. JS says gas prices in Vegas are mid to high threes, not counting Costco or Sam's. They could be cheaper. To me, it's cheap. I was accustomed to paying 5+ in the Bay Area. Oh yeah, I remember in high school though it being under $1 and thinking, oh wow, that's a lot. And then we were up to like I think the highest we got was $4.95 ish. It was a lot. Marie says some people do give but do it privately. Sometimes giving privately is being humble and sometimes maybe to reduce the chances of others expecting from them. Good point. Good point. Maybe the chance of disappointing others. Well, and that's one thing with, some of the creators doing these insane hauls. The one girl we watched, she spent probably $5,000 on a kid. And then so people who aren't that fortunate, do what they can and it doesn't feel good enough. Like, is my kid going to be happy because they're not getting, an iPad and Ugg boots and all this other stuff? I mean, I wish I could give to every family in need. Realistically, I can't. Right. And so I spent a good chunk of my income, but it was totally worth it. Totally worth it. Pookie says we have our own tree. Oh, we had our own tree that we had the Salvation Army put in the plant. Oh, that's cool. And I did see there was another woman who She posted her kids opening their gifts but this program was through the prison system. So their dad was incarcerated, and the prison itself had a program where you could adopt an incarcerated individual's family. So the kids got their gifts, and the little girl got a bunch of toys, which she was ecstatic about. The boy was probably 12, maybe 11, and he got a pair of Skechers, and he wasn't happy about it, which I can understand because kids are assholes. And if you don't have the brand new Jordans, what is it, the Jordan 4s, you're not cool enough. So I can see, and he got a pair of pants and a pair of jeans, whereas the girl got, like stuff to play with. So I could see why he was disappointed. He wasn't ungrateful, he was disappointed. And I can understand that, because it's not just about he may have liked them. Yet at the same time, if he were to wear them, it may be hell on earth at school. And that's really sad, to be honest. I was going to ask if you use your penny fines. So I adopted through Soldiers Angels, which the one family I adopted, the first family was from New York City, and the second family I adopted was from Mississippi. So I could have, but I think actually most of my penny fines I've donated. I either donated to my sister to bring to the hospital for their programs there, school where I work, or I brought some of the stuff that I didn't need any of it. I brought a lot of it to the thrift store as well. Yeah, altruism doesn't need to be broadcast everywhere. I agree. And it was this one woman just complaining about, so the video that started it all with the angel tree is the little girl wanted a, what is it, a baby real doll? Baby Be Real? Is that what it is? Or Baby Alive doll. So she wanted a Baby Alive doll. And the recommended budget, which I think is too low, was $30. I think it was 30 to 50 or 30 to 70, something like that. So this woman was like, we're going to spend $30. We're going to get the bare minimum. And so the Baby Alive doll itself was $30. So she's like, well, maybe we should get the off-brand doll and a few accessories instead, because that way she has more than one present to open. So the husband ends up convincing her to get the Baby Alive doll. Long story short, it was all for content. And what she left out was that she had ordered much of the other things the child requested online. So she did all of this. In my opinion, they're exploiting these kids to rage bait in order to get attention. And this first woman, she ended up wiping out her entire TikTok channel. She deleted everything and changed her screen name. So that's the thing. It doesn't work out sometimes the way you hoped it would. Oh wow, Glow, 350 there. Holy crap, that's a lot. All right, y'all. Let me just get through chat. I am almost caught up, I think. My friend sent me a box with 12 presents for the 12 days of Christmas, and it was all cute stuff from the Dollar Tree. I love it. Yeah. I don't listen. Some stuff, name brand is the quality is better. Whereas colored pencils are colored pencils. Sorry. Oh, Narco says, actually, Jordans aren't the sneakers anymore. It's become the New Balance ones. Really? Because everyone at my school is talking about the Jordans. And then there's another brand, and I don't remember the brand. It was one I hadn't heard of. Hang on, is it Gizzy? Hang on. Glizzy. I was right. Glizzies. Glizzies are the new in sneaker. Because I'm like, what is Glizzy? They're like, it's sneakers. I had never heard of them before. Hey, Lori, thanks for being here. Don't forget, boys are always left at the end, especially older teens. Yeah. And I mean, it was fun shopping for all of them. I just wish I had more money to gift more. Hey, Steph, how are you? I hope your family is good. I hope you survived your move. Hopefully everything went smoothly and there weren't any hiccups or problems. Hey, Grain. Oh, did you really have a baby alive? I mean, I don't know how old you are, Grain, but I'm guessing you're probably around my age. I didn't realize they've been around that long. I never had a baby alive. I guess I never wanted one. Oh, I'm caught up. I must have skipped a bunch because I don't know how am I was a little bit behind, so Marie says it's kind of like in the book of Matthew, it says to pray in private. God sees our good deeds even if we do it in private. I know a guy who gives thousands a month but always does it anonymously. Yeah, it's like the secret Santas. Um, you know, Angie says everybody is getting either money or an Amazon gift card. That's what I was going to do with my niece and nephew, but then my nephew came here yesterday in the morning and he got this book and he was able to meet the illustrator of this book. It was about the Black Panther group. And he was so excited. He was telling me all about it and what was happening. And so I looked up the illustrator because I'm like, oh, I've never heard of him. So I looked him up and he has another book. So my nephew's like, oh, I'm going to ask for that for Christmas. And I was like, yep, I know what I'm going to get you. I know what I'm going to get you. So I ended up getting my niece and nephew actually like tangible things instead of just money, which is kind of cool. It worked out. Green says, I wanted diapers for her and had a fit, and my mother left me in the store. Oh no. Well, made me think she did anyway. Some of these people's mamas never did that. Oh, in the 70s. All right. All right. All right, Jill. Well, I am out of here because I had said I was only going to be here on an hour, and that's what I'm a little over an hour. But it's been real. It seems like I need to just start doing, lives that are non-tent. There's no point to them. We just do what we're going to do. And I'm going to really look at doing videos as well because it seems like videos might be the way to go. Might be the way to go. I'm not very good at it. So we'll see. Maybe that can be a summer project. That could be a summer project where I finally get some semblance of a studio set up and just, have more than one screen. Yeah, we'll see. All right, Jill. So there's no outro today. You will be directed both of my chats, wherever you may be, either on Beneath the Headstones or Headstones and Headlines. You will be both redirected to my live stream scheduled for later today about the TikTok Angel Tree drama. So I hope to see you then. But if I don't, have a great holiday. And until next time, y'all, I will see you on the flip side.